So we're talking to Aaron Falvey and Michael Hurst about a film called NORTHSPUR. How are you guys?
Great, thank you.
Very good.
Yeah.
Recovered from the shooting.
Yeah, you covered for...
Yeah, it did take a while actually. It took me a good month to recover from that.
Would have been you longer. You were going for it like a maniac.
Yeah, 19 days of pure chaos. Yeah, probably the best way to put it. Plus 2 more pickup day shoots, so we did another couple. One in December and then one last month as well.
If chaos is pure, is it really chaos?
Oh, no. Maybe at times, but no, it was a lot of fun too.
Organised chaos, come on.
Organised chaos.
Was it 19 straight days or...?
No, we did 6 days, 3 days a week. 3 weeks, 6 days. So, and then like I say, we did two more days pickup shoots without any of the principal cast. So, and the last day was probably one of the most challenging ones. I'll call it it was an action sequence involving a zip line, which was incredibly challenging and a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm pretty happy with how it's come out though. It's good.
So it's self-funded. So you've put all the finance together yourself.
Well, we actually raised the money through private investors, so all the money, none of it's come out of my own pocket.
Right.
It's all been raised through investors that I've sort of networked with over the years, so angel investors and the like. So yeah, but nothing from the Film Commission or any government funding.
Good on you, man. Good on you. I mean, there is a little upswell of New Zealand filmmaking that's happening at the moment, which reminds me of the early days of before the Film Commission, of how that's how people used to get their films done.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, if you're going to do it, you just got to kind of do it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So yeah, hats off to Aaron and the team, because that's pretty amazing.
And so you had Kent Belcher.
Yeah, Kent Belcher was on first unit and it was great. Yeah, he's a really great guy. We got on really, really well. Kent's good value and hugely experienced. So I think it was very fitting for him to finally get his first credit as, doing a feature.
Yeah,
well right. Deserving of anyone I know.
Plus he could run.
He could run.
and he can surf too.
Yeah, run and surf and swing that camera around really quickly, because it was a tall order, wasn't it? It was pretty mountain climbing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Like all filmmaking, but really.
Yeah.
What's the film about? Just give us don't tell us
I can give you the log line.
Give us a log line. Yeah.
So the film is about a man who has to go on a journey to find drugs for his wife because she's dying. But in order to get the drugs that he needs, he has to help an old man defend a cabin against nefarious forces. So it's effectively a bunker film. It's kind of a smart action film, I'd say, with quite a strong story about characters and they're watching their arcs and these two meet and they kind of end up crossing over.
Yeah, to me it's all about where is the line? Where is the line? When is it justifiable to kill someone to protect?
Right.
It's quite a deep thing there. When you put that against the necessity of it, and then also the higher kind of human values that we all think we've got.
Yeah.
That's the character stuff that's interesting.
I mean, because it was shot in Marlborough, which is so the location alone. That's pretty cool shooting down that way.
Yeah,
having done it a few times.
It was very special for me because I wanted my first feature film to be shot in Marlborough. So and that can be quite challenging if you don't have the strings to pull yourself.
Yep, true.
The locations were pretty smart, I thought.
Yeah, well, amazing.
And conveniently, kind of, especially that valley, that was like just around the corner.
Yeah, right around the corner from Picton.
So amazing.
Like a 2-minute drive from the centre, and it's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I mentioned, but we had to build a cabin for the film.
Oh,
so
wow.
we actually built that from scratch. So it was just a very fun, interesting process to see our art design team just put together this cabin within a couple of months, effectively. So as soon as our actors turned up, it was kind of just getting finished, getting dressed for set, and making it look like this old cabin that had been there for years. So.
And what was it like working with the likes of Michael and Marshall and some pretty heavyweight actors in the New Zealand scene?
Yeah.
For your first film, was that cool?
Well, to be fair, I was quite daunting. It was quite daunting. But, you want to, but I think you just got to let yourself do your own thing and be yourself and just for me, working with actors, it's kind of about just trying to make them feel comfortable and being able to do their thing, So, but it was very good, and I think leading into it, I wanted to hit, the right cast, and I feel like we've really done that. And so the first people we pretty much approached were the ones that we got cast for the film. So I'm incredibly proud of that.
We all got on really well. The actors got it was great, bonhomie between us. So that was a good thing, that easy to slip into those roles.
Well, yeah, and the interesting thing is that you obviously read the script and went, I want to make this.
Yeah, I really liked the part. It was good. It was a good little part, and it had, it had meaning. I think beyond, I think and certainly with Delaney and Josh, they had to really, and Marshall. Also, it was like, you're right, a bunker film. I'm put in mind of, what was that film? Straw Dogs.
Straw Dogs.
I'm put in mind of that in a way, because there's that sort of sensibility to it. But yeah, it was good.
Excellent.
He was good. You were quite good, weren't you, as a director? You were kind of, you're okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. I could have been better. Could have been better prepared, I think.
Oh, 19 days.
It's
you just you learn from it.
Yeah.
I think we all.
And with 19 days, you think about people who doing 200 days.
Oh no, long shoots.
I mean, I take my hat off to any director, to be honest. But and so, what were the big challenges on the film?
Like any film, there's a lot of moving parts that you've got to just try and keep everything spinning in the same direction, and so that can be pretty challenging. And it can be, you could be setting up for a shot and you realise how much time you're eating away, and so I guess the biggest challenge is time.
Yeah.
I think that's always it.
It's for the director. That's what
it's kind of for everybody. Time is money.
Yep.
And time expands and contracts. Time, it flexes like a whore.
Yeah.
It's kind of like and yes, you what is it? You get to the point you've got 2 hours left, but you've got 4 hours work.
Yeah, and it was like that a couple of days.
Yeah,
it's like, guys, we're going to have to go a little bit longer here to get what we need.
What are the goals for them? What are your goals for the film?
I mean, I guess it's like any filmmaker. I want to try and go as far as I can with what I can do, and so I feel like we gave this film quite a lot of preparation before we went into it. I mean, it went through 32 drafts and getting it up to scratch. So we wanted to make sure that first and foremost we had the right story. And I feel like we really captured what we needed to, and so. But I mean, in terms of an overall goal, I'd like to see this film make some money back, because we've got investors that have got money in it, and I'd like it to be a success here in New Zealand, especially, like become a film that people will go, NORTHSPUR, that was a great film by a young Kiwi director or whatever,
Well, I tell you what, for the budget that's sitting on IMDb, you've got a pretty good chance of making your money back.
Yeah.
And
that's good.
Yeah,
that's great.
I mean, so which leads me to my next question: have you got plans for distribution or anything?
Yeah, we've actually got a producer who's acting as a sales agent overseas at the moment, and so he has quite a lot of connections, and he's done pretty well for himself out of selling films. So we feel like we've got some pretty good people lined up there to show the film through, and even already just through having IMDb, we've had numerous emails from people wanting to see screeners and stuff of the film already now, which has been really, really good. I'm really happy with what we've got, so I feel like once it's come together and once I've got all the colouring and the sound, everything done, it's going to look really, really impressive, and I think people really enjoy it. I think there's something for a lot of different people to relate to. Sure, there is quite a bit of action and a bit of violence and stuff in there, but there's quite a strong story at heart as well. One of family especially. There's quite a strong theme of that in there.
And then when the jelly alien thing, that's the bit that I like. That's the bit that, people don't see it coming, do they?
Did it taste like jelly?
Taste it, yeah. They just don't see it coming. They think,
On that note, let's leave it at that. And hey, thanks heaps for coming in, guys. And
you're welcome.
Thank you.
Let's keep in touch.
It's good to talk about
absolutely.
it. Yeah.
Thanks, Beaker.
Chip.